Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about percent equations. So we're going to do some notes. I have a notes blank in my Canvas page that you can print out, or you can just follow along and copy these into your notes. So right now, copy the top part with my definitions into your notes, and then come back when you're ready. Welcome back. Okay, so my formula for percent equations is my percent times my whole equals my part. You may also have seen it last year as part over whole equals percent over 100. That's another way of figuring it out as a ratio. And when you see the words part over whole, that is the same as saying is over of. And is and of are keywords that you can look for in word problems, okay? So let's look at finding the part first. Sometimes you'll miss the percent, sometimes you'll miss the whole, sometimes you'll miss the part. So finding the part. The percent must be changed to a decimal or a fraction first. And I actually find it easier to change my percents to a decimal. And I know 45%, I write my 45. Make sure you can see that. So my 45, then I divide it by 100, which is the same as swooping right two places for the two zeros and the 100. So I have changed it to my decimal, so I know 0.45 times, because I have my percent, times, excuse me, my whole, which is 90, equals my part. And I don't know what my part is, so that's my x. And this pen is going to go on me, so let me grab another one. So, in my formula, this is my percent, even though I turned it into a decimal, because I needed to do that. This is my whole, and this is my part. So my percent times my whole equals my part. So 0.45 times 90 equals 40.5. So my part is x. So 45% of 90 is 40.5. Okay? All right, next one. How much tax will you pay on a toy that costs $25 with a tax of 6.25%? So it's costing $25.99 and my tax is 6.25%. And the cost is going to be my whole. And my 6.25 is my percent. Okay? So I know I have to change that percent into a decimal. So if I have my 6.25, swoop right twice, put in my 0. Now I'm going to write my percent is 0.0625 times my whole, which is $25.99, equals my part, which is what I'm looking for. I don't know. Okay? So percent times my whole equals my part. So I multiply that out, and I get 1.62 equals x. So my word problem gets my word answer. So you will pay $1.62 tax. Okay? All right, remember, if you ever need to pause and finish writing down what I have done, please feel free. and then come back when you're ready. Okay, next we need to find the whole. And again, any percents must be changed to a decimal or a fraction before you can do it. So don't forget about that. Okay? So 25 is 15% of what number? So remember, I was talking about the is and the of, and my is the same as my part, and my of is my whole. And that of is telling me that I am going to be, oops, wrong place, sorry. I'm going to be multiplying. Okay? So, I have 15%, and when I do that off to the side, to change that into a decimal, starting there, have to swoop left 2 times. Okay, so that gives me 0.15 times my whole, which I don't know. Okay, so when we look up here, it's 20 is, so that's my part. Okay, and when I set it up, I have my percent times my whole equals my part. Okay, so my is telling me that's my part. Okay, so that 20 is going to go over here. And I don't know what the whole is. Okay, so here's my equation. 0.15x equals 20. And now I have to use my inverse operation to solve for x. I'm going to divide both sides by 0.15 because I know what I do to one side I have to do to the other. And that gives me x equals 133.33 for my final answer. Okay, my next word problem. A student answered 49 problems on a test correctly. So I got 49 correct and received a 98%. How many problems were on the test? Okay, so here I don't know the total. So I have my formula, percent times my whole equals my part. 98 is my percent. I know all I have to do is swoop twice to get my decimal. Slide my paper over, sorry about that. And I have 0.98 for my percent times my whole, and I don't know my whole, that's my x, equals 49. So then I divide both sides by 0.98 to solve for x. And the math tells me the answer is 50. So there are 50 problems. Okay, for my word answer. Okay, so now let's do a couple examples of finding the percent if we're missing the percent. In here, your answer is going to come out as a fraction or a decimal, so your final answer needs to be a percent. Okay? So 40 is what percent of 50? So I know my formula is percent times my whole equals my part. Okay? And again, I have that of, so I know I'm multiplying that, that's my whole. So I don't have my percent, so that's x. My whole is 50, and my part is 40. So I have 50x, because we always write our variable after the coefficient, equals 40. Divide both sides by 50. Excuse me, x equals 0.8. And here I have to convert my decimal to a percent. So I know I have to swoop to the right this time because I'm multiplying by 100. And my final answer is x equals 80%. Okay, and my last example, finding the percent. And again, pause it if you need to finish filling in. Okay, Sue left a $5 tip for a $22 dinner bill. What percent tip did she leave? So we're looking for the percent. And again, my formula is percent times the whole equals the part. So my percent I don't know, so that's my x times my whole, which is 22, equals my part, which is 5. So I have 22x equals 5. Now I need to divide both sides by 22 to solve for x. Remember, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, which gives you x equals 0.23. And again, now I have to change this to my percent. So I have 0.23. I'm going to swoop right 2 places. So x equals 23%. So Sue left a 23% tip. Okay, there you have it. Hope that helped. Have a good day.